Hate the way our memories fade, 'cause I'm still holding on.
Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of different highlighters slash illuminators, whatever you want to call them. I have a full draw of a bunch of different ones that I've bought throughout the past few months, and I wanted to go through some of the ones that I love and some of the ones that I wish I could return because they were not worth the money. So I'm going to go through them with drugstore options and higher end options, and then I'm going to tell you my absolute favorites out of all of them. So if you want to see what they are, please keep watching. So the first set of illuminators slash highlighters I'm going to be talking about are from your drugstore or from Amazon, so they are very affordable. The first ones that I want to talk about are the Revlon Skin Lights. These are probably the first ones that I went out and tried as far as illuminators. I like these because they are a liquid consistency. I think the Peach Light and the Bear Light are my favorite out of the 4 in the collection, but I think these ones are definitely worth your money if you guys want to try a nice subtle glow. I will be doing swatches of every single thing as well throughout the video, so if you want to see how it looks on the skin, just stay tuned and I will be showing those as well. But I definitely highly recommend these if you guys are looking for a really cheap drugstore option. The next illuminator I'm going to be talking about is by NYX, and this one is called Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and I actually just picked this one up not too long ago, but it is really, really pretty. I would compare this to the Revlon ones because it's the same idea. You want to just very lightly tap it onto your skin afterwards. You can also mix these with your foundation, but I have a few other options that I find are a better consistency to mix with your foundation. So this one is really great as well. It gives you a more pink brightening tone to it. Another drugstore favorite of mine is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi, and this is the one that I like to mix in with my foundation if I were doing a full drugstore look. This I've had for about a year now, and I love the consistency of it. This is just going to give you a very subtle highlight, but again, I like to mix this one in with my foundation, and I have 3 others that I'm going to mention that really weren't my favorites, and then I'm going to show you the swatches of all of them. I recently picked up this highlighter from Harmon's, and it's by Physicians Formula, and I was excited about it because it does look like a really pretty shimmery illuminator, but it is not pigmented whatsoever. So I was so disappointed in this, and I already ripped open the packaging, so I'm not sure if I could have even returned it, but probably won't be using this. So again, I was a little disappointed. I wouldn't waste your money if you're looking for a really nice illuminator. The next product that I'm not too fond of is the CoverGirl True Magic Luminizer, and these come in 3 colors as well, and I did pick them all up just to try them out, and unfortunately this one is more of just like a sparkly finish. It doesn't give it the pretty glow that I wanted. So as far as these, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, everyone of course has their preference. I will show you guys the swatches of each so you can see if maybe this is something that you were looking for, then maybe it is best for you. But the other day I was recently in Walgreens and they have these in minier versions, so I guess if maybe you want to try it out but you don't want to buy the whole thing, try out the mini version, but this one again wasn't really one of my favorites. 2 other illuminators that I actually really love as well from the drugstore are by Maybelline. They're called the Dream Lumi, and these I actually like to use underneath my concealer. If you guys saw my original highlighting contour routine, I showed you guys this as a cheaper option to my MAC Prep and Prime highlighter, and when I use these, what I like to do is apply my foundation all over the outer part of my face, and then instead of applying a darker foundation under my eyes where I want to highlight, I will apply this underneath, and the colors that I have are Radiant and Ivory. So moving on to non-drugstore illuminators slash highlighters. The first one I'm going to talk about is the BB+Illumination. This one is by Gerard Cosmetics, and I believe I mentioned this in my last favorites video. This one is amazing. It is a BB cream, so you can use it alone, but what I like to do with this is I like to put a pump of my foundation and then a pump of this. This one is the only one that I didn't purchase with my own money, but just because I have a coupon code for it and I didn't purchase it doesn't mean that I'm just going to mention a product that I don't really love. This one I've loved for the past few months and I back it up 100%. A really similar BB cream is the Tarte BB Cream Amazonian Clay BB Illuminating Moisturizer, and this one I found at Sephora, and I actually really love this. I like to just use this one alone. It's not too shiny, so you can use it as just a BB cream. I like this when I'm doing a really natural look, or if I just want to apply something on my face just to even out my skin tone. This one is amazing. It was sold out in the store, so I had to buy it online, which I guess goes to show that it is a really great product, so I definitely recommend this one as well. Third illuminating BB cream that I tried out was by Stila, and this one unfortunately I wasn't a fan of. I always find myself grabbing the other two over this one. It doesn't really give you that much of an illumination type of look. But you get what I'm saying. So the other ones are going to give you that really pretty glow finish, and this one is a little bit dull, so yeah, not a big fan of this one, and it's pretty pricey, so. The next product I've had for quite some time as well. This one is the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is just a lotion that has an illuminating look to it. So I like to sometimes apply this underneath as a primer, so it's going to give your face a really shiny look. This one is great. When I first got it, I was using it a lot. I did stop using it as much, but if I ever want like a nice glow, I'll usually apply extra of this underneath, right underneath my concealer to give it a nice glow. But this one is great. Do I 100% recommend it? Maybe not. There's a few others that I like the best. But again, I'm going to show you guys all the swatches once I mention all the products, so you guys can really see what product would be best for whatever you're looking for. The next product is by Stila as well, and this one is called All Over Shimmer, and this one I actually really love. Since it has that nude shimmery look to it, it's a perfect one to mix with your foundation, and again, this is going to give you that all over beautiful highlight. I know most of the ones that I'm mentioning I'm saying positive things about, and that's just because depending on what look you're going for, these are really great options. I have a couple in my drawer that I'm not even going to mention because they were wastes of money, so whatever products that I do mention that I absolutely love, they are the ones that I use the most. I tried way too many products, so I feel like I have a decent argument against what is good and what isn't. And again, this is just my opinion on what I've loved and what I've used. Okay, so now moving on to powder highlighters. Originally, when I first started trying out different highlighters and different illuminators, I immediately went to the liquid version of it, and that's just because I figured you just dab a little bit on your finger and then you could dab it on your face and it's going to give you the best look. But it wasn't until I actually made a trip into Sephora that I tried out a few powdered illuminators, and I think these ones are great. These ones are a lighter color. They're more like a white shimmery option, but I like to use my tapered blending brush by Sigma, dip it in there, and then very lightly brush it on like right here and right underneath your eye, and it gives you a beautiful highlight. This one is my absolute favorite out of the powder options. This one is called Too Faced Candlelight Glow, and it has a double side here, but the side that I love the best is the white side. It is definitely a really glowy pigmented option. And the other one that I also picked up that same day is by Sephora's brand, and this one is called Light Beam, and this is going to give you a very similar pretty glow. I would have to say the Too Faced one is a little bit more of my favorite, but these two are great because you can use them as eyeshadows or to highlight your Cupid's bow, or to highlight your tear duct, to highlight under your brows, so you can get a lot of different uses out of the powder highlighter. So that is why I think if maybe you want something that can do more than one thing, definitely spend a little bit more and try these two, because out of the powdered ones that I've tried from the drugstore, they really were not pigmented at all, and I don't know, I feel like if you're going to spend a little bit extra money, it is worth it in some cases. So in a few of my recent videos, I've used the Estee Lauder Heat Wave highlighter. This one was a limited edition, so it's really no longer on stock. And this illuminator is amazing, but it was a limited edition, so there really are no more on the market, and the ones that are on Amazon are like triple the price that it actually was. I see a lot of the girls using this, and it is a gorgeous highlight. I actually found an exact duplicate of it, and that is the one by Kiko that I used in my most recent video for prom, and it's gonna give you the same color, but this one is $10 to $15, and this one is going for like $100. The Kiko Cosmetics doesn't ship in the US. Garden State Plaza Mall in New Jersey actually just opened the first store in the US, and it was so crazy because I was looking at their online store and it only ships to the UK, and after I had a cart full of things, I realized that it only shipped to the UK, and I was like, oh my god, this is just such a horrible moment. Like, what am I gonna do? I really need to try this stuff. Me and Brett already had plans on going to Garden State Plaza just for the day, to spend the day, and this was the following day. So I typed in store locators for Kiko Cosmetics, and it said that this new one just opened a few weeks back in Garden State Plaza, and I was like, obviously it was meant to be, so I went and I picked it up, and I was right, it is an exact duplicate. So for any of you guys in the US, I'm sorry you can't really order it as of right now, but if you are in the New Jersey area, Garden State Plaza Mall has the only store in America, so amazing, amazing option, and I love it. It is actually marketed as an eyeshadow, but you can use it as an illuminator as well. So I think I mentioned about 15 different options that I've personally loved. There was a few that I threw in there that I would absolutely not recommend buying whatsoever. But again, I do have other illuminator products that I've used, but I tend to not really grab for them, so I didn't want to even mention them in the video. But the ones that I told you guys about that I love do have my stamp of approval. So for anyone on the market for an illuminator or a highlighter, I hope this video helped. I wanted to do something a little different, and since I've had this highlighter obsession the past few months, I figured let me just share some of the knowledge that I've learned from trying a bunch of products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long, and don't forget to check out my blog because I'll be posting pictures of all the swatches as well as links to all the ones that you can find online. I love you guys so much, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.
When I'm walking down the street alone, the silence makes me wanna run. The shadows of you I still chase.